Welcome to the WoodTube podcast. This is a League of Legends podcast, the only League of Legends podcast on the internet, hosted by us.
Yeah.
It's episode 1, talking about Worlds and Quarterfinals mostly. So what is this? Who are we? Why are you listening to this? What is going on? Does your family know you're here? Should we alert the authorities? Yeah. I said this is a League of Legends podcast, brand new, talking semi-seriously about, what's going on in the League of Legends. What's new on Summoner's Rift. Basically, what's going on. Pro play is going to be a big focus. Also talking about how bad we are at the game. So
very evident.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Who are we? I'm Vinny. And who are you?
I am Jared. I'm gold 5, baby.
I'm also bad. I'm not gonna say my rank, but I'm totally proud of it. And
yeah, I'm Challenger on Reddit, dude.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
So when is this gonna come out? We usually try to get it recorded every Sunday, processed to you, so you can listen to it Monday morning. On your way to work, the gym, whatever. Nobody's gonna listen to this
in the gym. Oh, those guys sound super lame. I'm so cool and ripped and shit.
You're so knowledgeable about this game. It gets me hyped. No, we're freaking awful.
Yeah, dude.
We're actually bad.
We'll also do, if there's a major update or anything controversial happening in the League of Legends, we'll cover that. Expeditedly.
We need some League of Legends controversy.
Yeah, they need to just remove Teemo and then put in something called Mega
Remember
Teemo.
When they had the Slaybell Katarina skin and there was the big uproar about that recall? That's what we need more of.
That recall's busted.
I mean, yeah, it was really good. She was like a stripper.
I thought you were talking about.
Yeah,
I was talking about this. She has a
skin
skin that every time she bases, it looks like she's gonna throw a Q, so people will be like, "Oh, that Q is gonna kill me," but it's just the base. So they flash, and then she's Katarina players though. Katarina things. She did look like a stripper.
Katarina players, man.
It's tough to be a Katarina player right now. It's real hard.
With how dominant some laners are, man. Oof. Must be a hard time. But again, I'm bad, and I don't play mid lane because I'm scared.
Yeah. It's not that scary. You just have to not care at all.
So
the way I do it is I take all the cares that I usually have and throw them out the window.
That sounds good. I'm happy.
Gold, baby.
Got the Victoria skin. What else do I need?
Right? I got the ward skin.
I'll
the
get
wards that I never use.
Jackets eventually.
Those are pretty cool. Now that that's an incentive, I feel like I'm just a little bit more prepared or driven to get a jacket.
3 weeks to climb. Easy.
I could do it.
In a day.
I have to play Juno and I'll be fine.
Yeah. The Freelo.
That champion.
That we'll talk about later because that champion is absurd right now. But first, let's talk about what we came here to talk about. Quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals.
Yeah, Worlds is happening and it's good. I'm a happy man.
It's been the ups and downs, the lefts and rights, the tears of joy and happiness, and depression.
Yes, the memes.
The memes. Oh,
I've gotten so many memes.
All the memes.
Well, it's a win for everybody.
Everybody wins. And
there's just memes we have, the longer we survive.
I feel like, you know how plants feed off of the sun? I feed off of memes, dude. Whoa. No, I don't. I kill myself. So
photo
memethesis.
Yes. You suck in the memes.
I filter feed.
I just hop on Reddit. Arms open.
Just literally sucking the monitor.
Yes. That's the
best straw.
way to digest the internet. Get up close and personal with it.
You got to. That's why I'm not allowed on Omegle or chat roulette anymore, though. Why are you sucking your camera?
People have totally turned this off by now, right?
I'd hope so. If you're listening, either A, something's wrong with you, or B, you're the real MVP. But
or you're my mom. Thanks, mom.
Thanks, Mom. Shout out.
So let's talk
Quarterfinals, dude.
It's been great.
It's been a roller coaster, I feel. I think like the first noteworthy performance is of course going to be SK Telecom.
Yes.
Oh,
SKT. Faker
dude.
and his merry band of men.
His many men. I just don't understand. They always have this thing where they will be, I'm not saying lackluster, but lackluster for SKT specifically. They're still playing the world level. They're still hella mechanically good, but I just always feel like before they get on the international stage, when they're doing before like quarterfinals, before things get serious, their foot's not on like the gas pedal.
Right.
It's almost as if they have a cruise control, and they're like, okay, this is the speed we need to get to where we're going. Fair enough, but
you got cruise control this
they
time.
got cruise control.
You
yeah,
said it, you didn't stumble.
I said something weird last time.
Just as a disclaimer, we recorded for 40 minutes us talking, and the microphone
wasn't even working. Wood 2 in every aspect of life.
Yes,
let's go.
Wood 2 at podcasts. That's our new name.
But I just feel like when they showed up to Worlds this year, everyone else is going the same speed. So SKT finally realized out of groups that they need to get their foot back on the gas pedal. And I think it was evident in their quarterfinals series this week.
Great.
They did amazing. I think they did.
About RNG after that first game, but I think they all showed up. The memes
They
really
literally
stopped pouring. You can't meme about SKT anymore.
You can't.
They've been 2-time world champions, and they just keep coming back. What else is left?
Nothing. I don't know. And it's something that's become so aware that it's its own weird thing. SKT is a team notorious for finding the ways to shut the door on the enemy team's chances of victory.
Oh yeah.
Every time. Systematically. And you start noticing it like consecutively when they find that push or that wedge or whatever, then they start using it. It just happens repeatedly. I mean, they dropped the first game and then they won 3 games in a row.
Yeah, I feel like that's the Korean classic strat of
right.
Put out the feelers for the first game.
Right.
And then we're gonna.
That's some Mordekaiser stuff right there. Feed to win, dude.
Feed to win.
You feed the ADC and then you ult the ADC. You could if you're bad.
If you're bad, you can still pull it off.
Tough to feed with.
Yeah.
He's a tough boy.
Yeah, the SKT, super good. On the flip side, C9.
Not so good. Yeah.
Quite
they
frankly,
literally
they need
it's full of poop.
Yeah. Sneaky, welcome to Crown's butthole.
Literally, and this is a notorious quote that all C9 fans can relate to, but
same.
Alpha Niner to my dildo to my asshole. Just straight ream.
John and 7.
Literal sneaky W's all over.
It is bad. It was really disappointing.
Yeah.
But again, they were by no means the best North American team.
No. They did what they had to get out of groups, but...
Right. In retrospect, they had a pretty easy group. But, yeah, I think they were the weakest NA team. I think
compared to...
I mean, I'm a CLG fanboy. Total, just to get that out of the way.
I'm a Zion Spartan fanboy, not a Darshan fanboy.
What happened to that guy? Dude, Zion Spartan was so good. Why'd they kick him? So sad. But, yeah, C9 just kind of, they looked really bad. Saw this stat after the games had finished. Their bot lane on a combined 1, 27, and 22. 1 kill, 27 deaths.
In 3 games?
In 3 games. That's pretty...
That's some me stuff right there.
Yeah, and Sneaky even got Caitlyn. Like, who's a great AD carry right now. She's really, really strong, especially the last couple of weeks. But yeah, it was really disappointing.
I want to say I'm surprised, but I'm really quite frankly not.
I thought they would be able to pull off a game, but I guess that crowd really fueled the hell out of Samsung. As soon as the boos came out and the USA chants came in, That's when saying something.
They do that every time too.
Oh hell yeah.
It like fuels their little Asian bodies.
Yeah.
Must kill all American men.
Kill all men.
So yeah, I think that does lead to some very interesting questions, though. I mean, semifinals are gonna be some stuff.
It's gonna be great. Before we jump in there, I'm talking about the other series. Rocks,
I guess.
Great. Just great.
Just
overall.
some great
Just
quality
great
play.
play.
Yeah.
EDG again, really disappointing. Again at Worlds.
Right.
Love ranked like the number 3 or 4.
Right.
Player,
they hyped
I
him up,
think,
and then
the LoL Esports top 20, and he failed to show up again for another tournament. He's
he'll figure it out one day, I think.
I don't think he will, man. There's some.
Is this like a nerve thing?
Well, there's some people that just don't do well come playoffs. Like for the longest time, Peyton Manning, playoff choker. Right, great regular season, playoff choker. That's clear love in a nutshell.
Right.
Right there.
They are the same
puts up
person.
great stats. Everybody going into the tournament hypes him up, and then he just doesn't show up. It's like throwing 2 picks in a championship game. Just plays all off, runs in, and dies.
Yeah.
It was really bad.
I know how fun that is, but in Worlds you can't do that.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I would understand if you had something to eat, but
analysis.
you just, I mean, I don't know about you, but there are times I'm just like, I have this sandwich here, and I'm playing Olaf with Ghost. I Ragnarok and Ghost in, die, and then eat my sandwich for the 40 seconds I'm dead for. You've never done that? That's a true Viking right there.
That sounds bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
But at least you got to eat a sandwich. What
That's
kind of sandwich?
That one, I believe, turkey, bacon, tomato, lettuce sandwich. White bread. Unfortunately.
TBLT, huh?
Yeah, the true.
A Tom Brady.
Is that what it's called? A Tom Brady?
The old Tom Brady. No. I don't really like turkey and bacon combo. It just doesn't
Really?
feel right. Yeah,
What
it's too
about,
much.
do you have to like puritanically have one or the other?
I mean, bacon, I'm not a huge fan of.
That's an interesting
Turkey,
thing.
I love, though.
Right.
If I was gonna
Sandwich
eat a
turkey?
while I'm playing League, I'd probably go with like a classic tuna.
Tuna sandwich, huh?
Tuna's great, you know. Put some chips on top of the tuna.
Yeah.
Crush it a little bit.
That's good.
Been doing
Remember,
that since I was 5.
I went to
until
sushi that one time, and they had that roll that literally tasted like a tuna sandwich.
That was great.
Dude, if you like tuna sandwiches,
Yeah,
yes.
I think I was the only one that ate that.
Yep.
You guys ate like one.
I expected sushi, not a tuna sandwich. That's the only reason why I didn't enjoy it that
It was
much.
so good. We should do K-Fusion again.
K-Fusion! Yes.
Sushi was bomb.
I wonder if they have TVs in there? We could rent out for Worlds or something.
I don't know.
K-Fusion viewing party.
I think they had like one. But anyway, what other series was there? Do they even matter? It's all the Koreans, man. No, H2K. Really.
H2K, dude. They showed up.
Yeah, they dominated.
They really
Xbox
did.
Was,
They also got
they made it. They made
their
their
bibs.
All props to them. But H2K was just better.
Yeah.
H2K style is really good. I like the way they play. I like that they focus a lot on the laning phase and then snowballing that. Jungler's always where it needs to be. At least in this series, Jankos was on top.
Literally
of it.
everywhere.
They played really well. The Jace pick has been huge.
Right.
For good laners. Impact played it and died a lot. So.
Oh, shucks.
Rats. Another
Maybe
game,
NA won't
NA
play it.
Coffin. Yeah, so next weekend,
Right.
we got semifinals.
Yeah, that's going to be
We
big.
have Rocks versus SKT.
That's a big
The big
matchup.
matchup.
That's the big matchup, I
That's
think.
what some people are going to call the unofficial world championship.
Right.
All the pundits, the professionals,
Pundits.
the pundits.
The
Yes.
pundits, dude.
The people that do this for a living and make money off of it
Dude.
will say that's the unofficial world championship.
The Daves.
The Daves of the world.
The Daves of the world.
Yeah,
That's gonna be a good series.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I don't think it's gonna go to 5 games.
That's pretty optimistic to have a 5-game series with those two teams.
I think if Rocks wins, it's going to be a 3-0. They're just going to stomp. They're going to ride the wave of Peanut being excellent this week. He was so good. He looked like, honestly, not just the best jungler, but he looked like a top 3 player.
Right. He's been playing his heart out. He's been playing, like, his career depends on it. It's weird.
It was really impressive. Just his pathing, so good. He's always where he needs to be.
Is that where you think, like, the teams divide? Is between the jungle matchup?
I think the jungle matchup is the biggest deficit between the two. I think SKT has an edge in the bot lane matchup and the mid lane matchup. I think the top lane is favored to Brox.
Right.
But the jungle matchup, whether it's Bengi or it's Blank, if Peanut if they can get down early and deep vision as a team so that Peanut knows where the jungler is.
Right.
And can just kind of force his Nidalee spears down their throat if he gets the champion.
80 plus ban rate right now.
Yeah, absurd. So strong. But yeah, that's how they'll win, through Peanut. And if they do, it's going to be a 3-0. If SKT wins, it's going to be a 3-1 because it's what they always do.
Right.
Just really methodical play.
Right.
You know, Bang has been phenomenal in this entire tournament.
It's like the only successful Ezreal.
Yes. Yeah.
Consistently.
The only one that's consistent. Uzi had a great Ezreal game, but I think Bang's been the only one that's really consistently performing on that champion. He's looking for me like the MVP of the entire tournament.
Really?
He looks great. It's between him and Core JJ. Core JJ.
No, Liquor, dude. Come on. No. Core JJ's been stepping up too.
Great. So yeah, my official prediction for the series, say SKT 3-1. I think they're just too good. I think they're the favorites for the rest of the tournament from here on out. They just look so good. They just know everything that's happening, and they press their advantage, like you said, so hard.
Yeah, they close the door as soon as they have the ability to.
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing. If they keep up the vision that they've been doing, Peanut will not have a chance to be able to run the game like he has been able to in the past.
Yeah.
So it's really like a hit or miss. I would want to say it could go either way, but I'm leaning towards SKT with the 3-1.
Okay. And other series, we have the Samsung H2K.
Right.
This one, I think, is going to be a really good series as well.
Pretty even.
I think it is.
It really can go either way.
Yeah. Samsung, once it gets past the 35-minute mark, I don't think they can lose.
Right. They're not programmed to lose past that point.
They're so methodical in the way they close out the game and set up the team fights where they want them, and forcing out summoners early before a team fight and then capitalizing on it. Really good. They have their next 2 or 3 minutes of game time completely mapped out.
Right.
HTK, on the other hand, really dominant at the laning phase and at the early, points of the game. They just push. They just push you in, and it's kind of like edging. Like
here we go.
They just push you in, and instead of, breaking the tower, instead of
they
breaking
blue
the
balls
tower,
you.
They do blue balls you. They keep you in lane and keep you suffering.
Well, this completely evident today too with the Jace matchup.
It was on another level.
Yeah, that was some ridiculous play. I felt bad.
I watched the series on YouTube. I didn't think they allowed rape on there, but
apparently it's okay. So don't record it though. There was some yucky Jace stuff. Diving at like level 8.
It was dirty, and it was really impressive. HCK has looked really good the last 2 weeks. They look like they're adapting as well as the Korean teams, which is a lot to say for a Western team. It's really impressive. I like a lot what they're doing. I think this series, I want to go to 5 games.
Right, just to see.
Just to see what both teams are capable of. I think the adaptation between or within the series itself is going to be huge.
Right.
For both teams.
And that's something that a lot of the Korean teams have been able to just strive with. Is like even mid-series adaptation.
It's really good. They're the best at it.
Right.
And that's part of why they're the best region in the world. Everybody talks about the infrastructure and having all the mechanical players, the solo queue and everything. Yeah, that's huge. But their preparation in between games, watching NALCS, you can see between games in a series a lot of times, like the camera will follow the players and they're all just like sitting out there snacking, maybe having a banana, talking about the game. But I don't know how the Koreans do it, but whatever they do is so good.
So they go out in the back and they have a goat restrained, and they have a knife with their team's logo on it, and just right across the gullet, and then they drink, and then they talk about what happened in the game.
How did you get that information?
I'm not supposed to have it. To be completely honest, no one's supposed to know.
I mean, if that's what works, I'm not gonna fault them for that.
You're not gonna fault them for drinking goat blood. I guess that's fair.
Yeah, but they're really good. I think, again, if HGK wins, it's gonna be by snowballing their early game and just not
get Rio on Vlad, dude. I swear that dude's a animal.
He's on a mission. He's on a mission to play Faker again, and have the ZVZ mirror. I wish we could see that.
Put it to blind pick one time, right?
Just one for one game, right?
Do it all for one.
No.
10 Zeds. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, I think I don't know for this series, man. I think it's so close.
I'm gonna go with the boys H2K. I have that with the whole rape thing. I have that in my head. The freshness of it. I witnessed a rape today, and I just can't get it out of my head.
Right.
It's just a matter of time till they find their next victim.
Wow.
And I think it could be during semis.
Much detail in the last 5 minutes of what's going on in your brain. I'm so good. Makes for quality.
Goat murder and rape, dude. Quality content at Wood 2, the podcast.
That's what we do here at the Wood 2 podcast. I think I gotta go with Samsung. They've been so good in this tournament. I think they're the most surprising team. Either them or, I know a lot of people are surprised by how poorly TSM did, not being out of groups, but Samsung, I don't think anybody expected them to be as dominant.
They handled everybody that they wanted to.
Yeah.
It was like a switch. It was just like, boom, all right, you're done. Like, you're getting clapped up right now.
Yes.
It was terrifying.
I think I gotta go Samsung. I want to say 3-2. But
That's
I think
ambitious.
if they win, it might be a 3-1, maybe even a 3-0. If they can delay the game to the 35-minute mark.
3 games in a row.
3 games in a row, they'll win. But if H2K gets the aggressive picks like the Jace, like the Lee Sin, I think they can pull off 1, possibly 2 games. But I want to say it's going to be Samsung in a 3-1.
Okay. I'm going to go with the 3-2 for H2K. I know it's going to be hard for them to push against that. They're going to realize that, shit, we really need to press our advantages when we have them because we're not going to have them for long.
Right.
Because that's just the matchup. That's the team matchup.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Okay.
What do you want to talk about?
We can just move on. Let's move on to the things that are pertinent to the people that don't really care about the competitive scene. YOLO queue. Some solo queue news. What's on the trend? What's the new up-and-coming OP? And what in God's name, why are you playing that champion?
Yeah, why are you playing Talon Jungle? Jared,
I don't actually do that. I do things like Karma Jungle, but that's actually pretty good. Jin Jungle is good too.
Yeah,
you can gank from red buff.
Well, you can root somebody for a second, and that's your gank.
And then you ult them. You're just like, pew, 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 pew.
Wow.
How
many shots do you have on your Jin?
So your W locks them in, and then 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, just like that.
I'm gonna hit everyone too. I always hit all the bullets.
Of course.
That's why I'm rank 5 on him. Level 5 mastery.
Yeah.
So good. Champion trends though. I've noticed it. You've noticed it. Nunu. You can't. Don't make the Yeti angry, dude.
He won't like him.
Why? That buff was just in such a... I feel like personally he wasn't in a bad place, but that buff transcended him into a Yeti god.
I think he was in a pretty bad place. He definitely needed some love. He wasn't seeing play at all, and he was outshone by a lot of the other popular junglers on the ladder. But, oof, right now, if you have 5 well-fed stacks, you take Strength of the Ages, you get your Cinderhulk, you're at 3,000 health at 15 minutes.
You can't beat that. That's tough.
It's absurd. I think what they need to do is, I mean, I like the stacking mechanic that he has on his Q now.
Right.
Every time you Q a large monster, you can stack this up to 5 times. Every time you Q a large monster, you gain 3% maximum health.
You get movement speed too, don't you?
Movement speed, and you grow in size. I think they just need to change the numbers. They might just change it down to 2%.
Right.
So that once you're at 5 stacks, you're at 5 full stacks of well-fed instead of having that 15% another free Cinderhulk bonus.
Right.
You're at 10%, which is still pretty big.
It's sizable,
it's
yeah.
It's still really good, but I don't know. Nunu's been a problem champion a few different times.
It's generally whenever he's strong, he's really strong.
Yeah, I mean, invading with 1,000 true damage.
Right.
Oof.
Remember when he was a laner and you just stayed in lane and you never pushed him out ever?
That was like the cheesiest thing.
Yeah, top lane Nunu. Ugh. Yuck. I like to build my Nunu unorthodoxly. So that's some Blood Razor into Tiamat stuff.
That sounds awful.
It's good. Blood Boil too. You just slap everyone. Yeah, dude.
God,
the slap ice ball combo.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bad.
That's good.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I've won.
I
won
one game.
It works one time.
Yeah, Nunu is a problem. We're in gold, so we're bad. So we have people that are bad at banning as well. So I've still seen Zed ban pretty much every game.
Which is weird. I only ban Zed when I'm playing like Jhin. And then I would even almost incentivize banning Rengar over banning Zed if I'm playing Jhin.
I don't think Zed's worth a ban right now. I think the big problem champion, Zyra, is going to be one. Now she's seeing more play in Worlds.
Right.
Obviously going to trickle down the ladder. Kennen has already happened. Nunu, obviously. Nunu, dude.
Rise.
I hate
ban Rise.
Rise.
Don't let Rise players play Rise.
Rise is tough.
Don't let Rise players play Rise. They don't deserve that.
Another one really dominant in our elo, Pantheon as a laner.
Pantheon top, yeah.
With Ignite, super good. Not a lot of
cheese
people
and
below Diamond know how to play against.
Yeah, you just die repeatedly.
He forces you to build your champion entirely different.
Right. Or you just don't care.
Or you can just die 3 or 4 times to him and just lose the game.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimate's really, really good in solo queue.
Oh, yeah. Who's another champion that's been just... I'd see so many Jins nowadays. He's a fun champion to play.
He is.
He walks like an aristocrat.
Do well.
Right.
And his build is really... The armor pin build, really, really absurdly strong. He's not bad in lane, which is a big thing for a lot of people.
Right. He's gonna be very seldom use your abilities to clear minions.
Ezreal, I think, is always pretty popular.
Right.
This is another really satisfying champion to play. If you're doing well on Ezreal, it's because you were playing well, at least most of the time.
Right. Yasuo.
Still ban-worthy.
Still ban-worthy. Yeah. Every time.
Strong
Wind
champion.
wall. Blit.
Strong champion. The Frozen Mallet build path did get changed, so it's not as easy to power spike with it, but still a really good item on him. I've seen Triforce popping up because it synergized so well with his Q. you get that Triforce proc on that. It's pretty absurd.
It's not fair.
But yeah, I haven't seen him play a lot because he's banned.
Yeah, which is good. I'm
which
okay
is
with that.
totally fine.
Zach, on the other hand, when Zach sneaks in, and it doesn't even matter for what team, if a Zach jungle sneaks in and he knows half of what he's doing, he will ruin the game for the other team.
Well, mostly for the other bot lane. That's
every time.
That's what I do when I play Zach. If you can just focus on ganking that bot lane,
you will tilt the other people off the face of the earth.
Yeah, you absolutely will, and it'll make winning a lot easier. He's really tough to play against for a lot of people.
Right.
Percentage max health damage means he has a lot more damage than another tank jungler. Really strong, a lot of displacement.
A lot of sustain, too.
A lot of sustain, yeah.
We'll definitely retouch on a lot of upcoming trends when more information is given to us about the assassin rework, but that is in the pipeline
spicy.
Somewhere. That is going to be spicy.
No more pink wards, folks. Just as a preview.
Just letting you know, camouflage and stealth are going to be different.
Have fun.
Have fun. Champions. Do you hate camouflage champions?
I hate stealth
champions. But do you hate camouflage champions?
I hate everything that has to do with any stealth mechanic.
Camouflage is in stealth, though. You can still see
him.
Cool
stealth mechanic in a game that's satisfying for the player and to play against.
Teemo.
Hell yes. I agree with you 100%. Teemo's great. Moving on.
So we like to call this section Rito Please. These are a lot of the things that they... Please, Rito!
We're craving.
Hey! Yo, Adrian! That's a Rocky reference.
Riot has been committing meme genocide.
Yeah.
All of our vintage memes, sandbox mode, replays, new client, solo queue, they're systematically destroying our fun.
Yeah.
Why does Riot hate us?
We're going to call it Rito Please because they've speculated that it's going to be in the works. They're in the pipeline to be developed, but these are just theories. Not necessarily like concrete ideas. Yeah, they're whips, dude.
Whips.
Don't get whipped by it. Keep the meme hand strong. That's what I'm saying. Whip. Watch us nay. N-A-N-A. Watch us N-A-N-A, dude. So Riot's they've said that they're gonna do a sandbox mode, which they're gonna call the practice tool.
Thank God.
The practice tool, so you can practice, but no one's ever going to do it for practice. People are just, I want to do it for fun.
I think a lot of people will because they also suck.
Yeah.
You suck, dude.
I suck, dude.
You're bad.
So you're
bad at this game. I'm serious, dude. Let's take a section.
You know what?
The Rito Please section. Let's call this section Jared Sucks.
Dude.
Guess what, dude?
That's it. We're 1v1ing in practice tool. Infinite gold, no gold limit. You can reset your cooldown, so rain down the carcass.
On you so hard.
Dude, you can flash across the base. You can do the flash singe thing, dude. The flash fling.
Oh, wow, I haven't.
The flash fling.
Holy cow.
You can lock your level so you can see where you thrive power spike wise. Like, oh, this is a lane matchup. My level 5 is stronger than his.
Oh, I'm Syndra. It's level 6. Let's all in.
Well, I feel, and that's a different topic in its own right. I feel like when you're Syndra, once you have all 3 abilities is when you need to start turning up the heat. Rumble style.
Light it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Mega Flame Spitter or some crap like that? Hyper Mega Death Rocket.
Some shit.
Shoot me in the asshole. I hate that skin. Triggers me every time. You also, I don't know, you can freeze minion spawns. Woo. For the ultimate 1v1. You don't get those pesky minion damage in the way. You just 1v1 like a man.
No, I think it's going to be really cool. Being able to practice Flash without having to wait 5 minutes to do it is going to be really nice. I think people that utilize the tool
will benefit
whenever it comes out, and if it does come out in this form, will be able to benefit. You'll be able to see a lot of results. They say practice makes perfect, but perfect practice
makes perfect. And I can do all my builds without having to waste time. All my crazy builds.
Oh, you're good.
My Runan Syndra, dude.
Good builds. The Runan Syndra coming at you. Coming to
The
solo
tank
queue near
Oriana,
you.
dude.
Yeah.
I still feel like it could happen.
Yeah, no.
No? Why not?
Hell no.
What do you mean hell no?
Moving on.
Okay,
Replays.
alright. They're doing a replay system. They haven't really gotten in too much depth with
They
it.
did announce it would be on the new client, though.
The alpha? Okay. The alpha client. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's not part of the package yet, but it is a whip, a work in progress.
Yeah, everything in this section is work in progress.
Yep.
Nothing is completely set in stone yet.
No. And this is the next part they've thrown out as an idea. It's kind of cool. I find that it's interesting. It's going to be how the solo queue, dual queue issue is going to be resolved for next year. So they're bringing back solo dual queue next year.
Woo! Let's take a moment to pray.
That it doesn't suck, dick.
No, that we get good teammates.
So here's the cool thing about this. Even if you don't have good teammates, you get a 2-role optimization, and you get to nix 1 role completely.
So I don't have to play support?
You don't have
Whoa.
to. Yeah, you pick top and mid, and then you get top or mid. And
Here's
then
a question.
What?
Can you pick top fill, XL support?
Maybe. You might be able to.
Who knows?
That'd be
We don't.
spicy.
Obviously, we're not experts.
This next one, though, this is new. This could be spicy. It's called
I hate this.
Flex Q.
Oh.
You don't... What?
No, I thought you were talking about something else.
No.
Is this just
Flex
dynamic
Q...
queue?
It's kind of like dynamic queue,
It's
yeah.
dynamic
It's for up to 5 people. The focus is towards team-based development. They specify that for some reason Flex Q and Solo Duo Q differentiate because one's focused on individual skill and the other one's focused on overall team mechanics. But cool thing about this, you can team up with your friends. This is where the ranked 5s teams will be held predominantly. Will be in this Flex Queue. But if you're a solo player, you can also queue for Flex Queue if you wanted to work on how you synergize with other teammates and whatnot, if that's an aspect you need to work on.
So it's dynamic queue.
Kind of, yeah. Pretty much, yeah. Another thing, we mentioned it earlier, they are working on the new client, and from what I've seen, it looks sexy as hell.
Yeah.
It's looking good, and it's not Adobe Air either.
Yeah. 3 years too late.
Please no
still
spaghetti
happy
code.
it's here. Yeah, that's all we can really hope for. Is
There's
that,
no spaghettis.
Yeah.
I like spaghetti, but
I
not
love
that kind of spaghetti.
Not
Spaghetti
in my
code,
bones.
yeah. Dude, plants?
Plants.
Plants? You
I
really
hate
feel that way about all these plants?
I dislike that concept.
I would normally dislike this concept, and a lot of people have made the point.
Explain to people what the plant system is.
So,
and this is something that I think we got least details on out of everything we've talked
right.
about so far.
Then this is something that they've thrown out as a possibility. They're trying to make the jungle more impactful at every point of the jungle, as opposed to...
I actually want to interrupt you. Why do they have to fuck with the jungle every single
Right,
year?
every year. They just never get that shit right. You know what I miss? Poacher's Knife.
No.
And Ranger's Trailblazer. And AoE Stun Smite.
Nobody used Poacher's Knife.
I used it on Nunu all the time.
You didn't play Nunu.
I played Nunu with Poacher's Knife.
You play Nunu like twice.
Yeah, you've never seen me.
For like 4 years.
I played Nunu a lot with Poacher's Knife when it was out. That item was busted.
Dude, why? I understand lying to me, but why lie to our loyal listeners?
Shout out to Mom. Sorry about lying. But for real though, the plants system, I don't know. You most likely never played Dota or anything. Dota 2, nothing like that.
No, I played it once on this really old laptop I had, and it crashed my laptop. So
that
I
sucks.
was done. Uninstalled.
It is this plant theory is so reminiscent of Dota 2. They have these runes that spawn in a predetermined location. They now spawn at like specified intervals, but the plant system is a randomized kind of deal. These plants will spawn randomly in predetermined locations. 3 different ones that Riot's thrown at us. One is called the Blast Cone. It's a dinky little pine cone on the ground. When you auto attack it, it does like a Ziggs satchel, blows you and everyone away from the epicenter outward. So it can be good for escaping. It's also good for cutting off sort of like an escape. Imagine it like a Gragas ult. I would. Not as big, of course, because it's a little stupid-ass pine cone, but you get the idea.
Yeah, Okay, I want to kind of summarize after, but...
Okay.
Next.
The next one is the honey fruit.
Next.
Take this scroll and stick it somewhere safe. Honey fruit. It's going to be, from what we've seen, it's right next to where the Baron pit is. You hit it, and then 5 fruits come out, and it heals you 5 different times. But every time you stack it or eat one, it slows you for a moderate amount. So that's like the air quotes downside for getting free HP. And then the last one, the downside.
Lane for another 2 minutes.
Right, because who cares about movement speed, especially with the Scuttle Crab, literally right there.
I just don't.
That's a bad one. I don't like it.
I'm glad we agree.
Yeah, and then the Scryer's Bloom.
This one I also dislike.
This one's been shown right next to the Dragon Pit. You punch it and it illuminates the whole pit. Essentially, for low elo, it's going to be really effective, but for high elo, it won't matter because people pull out the dragon anyway, and you can't see it within vision range of the Scryer's Bloom.
I think it's still going to be really good for high elo. That's 1 less ward or 2 less wards that they have to place. It also gives you vision of that bush right behind the
That's fair.
red buff.
But you have to hit it from... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. If you have any sort of range capability, you could hit the Scryer's Bloom from inside the Dragon's Pit. If you had vision of it.
If you had a ward over it.
Right. Right?
But I think this one's really strong. I don't like giving so much free vision, but I also understand
free vision
with
is
the way
dangerous.
With the way the game's set up now, it's a lot harder to keep lots of vision on the map.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of needed. But I don't know. It's anytime you give away free stuff that can impact not only an objective, but also the way the jungler can path.
Right.
That's subject to like breaking the game completely.
Yeah. And another thing of note is in the same article that they had released information about these plants, they were mentioning how they're shifting the impact of each jungle camp. That's it. That's all I got.
Hell yeah.
That's all the information they gave us.
Yeah, they said I read that the buffs, the blue and the red buff, are just going to be solo camps.
Right.
The Raptors are now going to have 5 Raptors, or the Razor Beaks.
The Razor Beaks.
It's going to be
the Wraiths,
baby, the 5 babies and the big mama. Is what it's going to be now. So we'll see what exactly that means. We'll get more information as it comes out. Yeah, there's a lot in the woodworks, a lot on the horizon. Preseason is always an exciting time.
Right.
And also a very terrifying time because we have stuff like patch 420 Warwick, League of Cleavers,
the League of Cleavers,
double Targon's Lane. This is all
Double
stuff that's
Targon's
happening in
Lane.
preseason where they just it's tough apparently to balance, but I understand it.
Yeah, we'll keep you guys posted for sure. See what our nubile opinions are. You guys have any nubile? We don't know what we're talking about. I'm not
That's
pro.
not what nubile means.
Oh, for real? What does nubile mean?
I'll tell you once we finish the podcast.
I felt like nubile spelled like noob.
I know you mean it like noob.
Yeah.
But that's not
what it means. Well, I'm glad I made one of those in the video.
I'm glad we're talking about this now, so you don't have to say it in
public
when you're trying to talk to a nice lady friend or something.
Oh, is it sexual?
I'll tell you once we're done recording, and we're almost done recording. So, I think we touched on everything we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Yes. So again, thanks for listening to our first episode. We're gonna title this one World's Quarterfinals, probably episode 1 of the Wood 2 podcast. How can you reach us? How can you get a hold of us? We have a lot of different
media.
ways.
Yeah, we got a lot of media.
Avenues. You can hit us up on Reddit. Our username, Wood 2 Podcast. We have a Twitch account on the Wood 2 Podcast. You can always send in any questions, comments, or right now we're kind of workshopping intro and outro songs as well. So if anybody wants to go ahead and help us out with that, can send us that. Get on the show, and we'll probably make fun of you a little bit. But we'll also appreciate the sentiment.
It'd be cooler than us because we can't do it.
Yes, we're very untalented. We're sitting in a room talking to each other about a stupid game.
Yeah, hell yeah.
No,
free
game. Yeah, a free game I've spent so many months of ranked on. But yeah, you can contact us wood2podcast@gmail.com. Like I said, Reddit, Twitter @wood2podcast. We're also going to put this on SoundCloud, YouTube, and iTunes. We might have to work a little bit to get it on iTunes.
Right, that's fair.
So may take a little bit there, but Facebook also, Wood2 Podcast, facebook.com/Wood2Podcast. Love to hear
any sort of feedback.
Any feedback you guys have. Audio equipment is going to take a while for it to get better, but
it will get better.
It will get better. Just bear with us. Yeah. Any final sentiments? Anything I didn't cover?
Nope. I wanted to have like a catchy outro phrase like "Stay classy, San Diego," but I just want to be like "GG easy" as my like quote.
Yeah, you can say that. I'm not gonna.
Hell yeah! This is Jared. I just want to say GG easy.
Yeah, and next episode will be in a week. We'll talk about the semifinals results, give you our predictions for the World's Finals. Hit up our website, wood2podcast.com. There's all our contact information there as well. So, yeah, give it a shot. Thanks for listening, and we will see you guys next time.